In terms of being
My name is Anna Nguyen.
I'm Ben.
My name is Avni Trivedi.
My name is Mayuri.
My name is Jae Lin.
My pronouns are they, them.
My pronouns are she and her.
I use she, her pronouns.
I use they and them pronouns.
My pronouns are she, her, hers.
I am Indian American.
I'm Korean American.
Indian American or Asian American.
I am a Vietnamese American transgender woman.
I'm a trans non-binary person who is queer and a second generation Chinese American.
Also, I am a lesbian.
I identify as queer, asexual.
Gender-wise, I identify as non-binary, which is why I use they, them pronouns. And sexuality-wise, I struggle with that one still at 39 years old, but I identify as queer.
Family can at times make or break your identity.
When somebody in the family transition, there could be a degree of shame associated with that. And that would be the root of some hostilities or non-support.
Unfortunately, especially in the trans community, a lot of people have been completely just kicked out of their actual families.
I think if I hadn't had that support, I would have ended up having the experience of a lot of second generation South Asians, which is like you can't come out because your parents just don't connect with you on some fundamental level.
A lot of the deepest and kind of most painful things I've heard around queer identity and trans identity have been from the Asian community.
Sometimes the challenges between queer and Asian feel identical to me.
One major challenge is being able to fuse those two identities. So being Asian and being a lesbian.
I experience being Asian American way differently than my peers who are cisgender heterosexual.
People don't make don't equate being transgender or being neurodivergent with being normal.
In terms of community or even things like therapy and general support, it has been just really, really challenging to find folks who can hold both of these identities with me.
It can be hard to find other people that are queer and Asian, and in Texas. It's like those three things usually don't go together.
People assume they know things about your culture, and they don't really inquire. They don't really ask. They just assume.
In terms of being asexual, like, I don't know, people think that that means I don't want to have a relationship. I'm not like capable of love. I'm going to be a virgin for the rest of my life. And I'm like a plant. I asexually reproduce. I've heard that one before. Like, that's stupid.
Either because of intense curiosity or because maybe they think that it's not a big deal. People seem to feel free to ask transgender people about their surgical status.
The understanding of being non-binary is still very kind of limited and constrained and often like kind of just tacked on to existing gender binaries, which is the whole point of non-binary, is to break out of that.
People have asked me things just like straight up, what are you? Which is not a very friendly question. Like, please, if you're watching this, don't ever ask anyone that question. Even if you genuinely are like, what is this person? Don't ask that question.
By saying that I'm queer, first of all, I'm saying that I don't need to tell you which identity in that umbrella I face. Like, you don't need to, you're not entitled to that information. Also, my identity is really complicated and I don't want to say all of those words.
The best thing to do is approach us with openness and questions if you have rather than assumptions. But then at the same time, there's this line that you kind of have to walk.
Ask yourself, if the person is not transgender, or if the person is not Asian, or if the person is not neurodivergent, would I have asked the same thing? Would I have done the same thing?
I think it would be so meaningful to see Asian spaces really celebrate and really uplift queer and trans faces and voices and stories.
I want other queer Asians to know that they're valid and strong people. And just because we're not seen, just because we don't get the spotlight more often than not, or ever really in culture, that does not mean that our voices are not powerful, and use them. And that's it.
Being in Austin makes being a queer person and being a queer Asian person a little bit less challenging.